Good evening. Tonight's main story is about as subtle as a slap in the face, or more accurately, a half-shaved face. Pete Hegseth, Fox News host, showed up for work one morning looking like he'd lost a fight with a weed whacker. One sideburn, neatly trimmed, the other, a wild, woolly mess. Now, we've all been there, right? Those mornings when you just can't be bothered with the finer points of grooming. But Hegseth? He's not just a guy who rambles about brunch recipes on cable news. He's a supposed expert on national security. A man who wants us to believe he's got what it takes to keep America safe. But the Sideburn debacle was just the tip of the iceberg. Whispers of Hegseth's alleged fondness for daytime drinking had been swirling for months. Sources claimed to have smelled alcohol on him before broadcasts. Some even said he'd talked about being hungover while preparing for his show. This wasn't just about one bad morning or a touch of bedhead. This was about a pattern of behavior, and it was raising serious questions about Hegseth's judgment, his professionalism, and frankly, his ability to do his job. The unshaven Sideburn may have been a first for live television, but it wasn't Hegseth's first rodeo with alcohol-related controversy. Remember that time he was allegedly so drunk at a strip club that security had to physically restrain him from climbing on stage? That's the kind of story that makes you go, hold my beer, even if you don't actually drink beer. And then there were the whispers from his time at Concerned Veterans for America. Insiders claimed Hegseth was frequently intoxicated at official events, sometimes needing to be helped out of the room. Look, we're all for supporting our veterans, but ideally, that support doesn't involve propping them up at the bar. Even a NATO press conference wasn't safe from the Hegseth drinking rumors. Social media had a field day with a blurry photo, claiming he was knocking back booze during the event. Thankfully, higher resolution images showed it was just water. A rare moment of sobriety, perhaps. Now you might be thinking, okay, maybe Hegseth likes a drink or two. Is that really such a big deal? Well, it becomes a much bigger deal when you consider that this is a man who once compared his job to a military deployment. During his confirmation hearing for Defense Secretary, don't worry, he didn't get the job, Hegseth actually pledged to abstain from alcohol entirely if confirmed. He said it was about discipline, about setting an example. He even went so far as to say he wouldn't drink a single drop. So, which is it, Pete, military discipline or happy hour every hour? The hypocrisy was staggering, and it wasn't lost on the public. Calls for his resignation began to grow louder, with many drawing comparisons to John Tower, whose nomination for Defense Secretary was derailed by similar concerns about drinking. The fallout from Hegseth's alleged drinking problem wasn't just limited to his public image. Reports emerged of a strained work environment at Fox News. Colleagues complained about his late arrivals, his need for constant babysitting, and the general stress he caused by showing up to work seemingly worse for wear. Look, we're not saying a little bit of workplace drama is the end of the world, but when your behavior starts affecting your colleagues and potentially jeopardizing the integrity of a news organization, it's a problem. So, where does Pete Hegseth go from here? Can he salvage his career? Will he finally address these allegations head-on? Or will he just keep on trucking, hoping everyone will eventually forget about the whole unshaven Sideburn thing? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, we'll be watching, closely.